Hey everyone, how are you? Before we get started, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss the episode. So, today we are talking about the stock market. First of all, are you in the stock market? If you're not in the stock market, check the link below and get in. Join the rest of the world. All right. So, we're talking stock market, three best stocks to buy. Keep in mind, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to buy for educational and informational purposes only. So, first, we're going to start out with SoFi. So, you may be familiar with SoFi, especially if you have student loans. So, you know the big thing going on with student loans, right? People trying to get rid of them, basically. Some people were actually successful. But there is a huge debt out here. Whole bunch of like millions of people have student loans. So SoFi, they're involved in student loans. And that is why this is one of the companies that will be making money if you choose to invest. So SoFi, they have to do with what they deal with student loan refinancing. So I do want to say that you want to be very careful when it comes to refinancing because when you refinance with some companies, they have a rule that you cannot do things like forbearance or economic hardships. Like if something were to happen, like you were to lose your job or something. So you want to be very careful when it comes to refinancing and make sure that you know the rules with that particular company before you do that. All right. So SoFi, they refinance student loans. That's what they do. That is their business. They are headquartered in San Francisco, California. So that's interesting. You know, these people or these businesses, the things that are happening, they are actually in close proximity to us. You know, I think it's interesting how you can know of something but not be aware that it is like right next to you. It's right next door. So anyway, SoFi, they refinance student loans. That is what they do. So the CEO, the owner of the company, his name is Anthony Noto. What he did is he bought 5 million shares of his own company. And that's a tactic that they use when it comes to the stock market, buying up a whole bunch of their own shares. What that does is it makes it look like the price is going up. So therefore other people can see, oh, this is going up. Let me get in on this. So he owns the company and he is buying shares of his own stock, like 5 million. Right. So that's very common. What happens is if your business is profitable in the stock market and you have it on the stock market, if it's profitable, the more profit means that that impacts your bottom line as a CEO, that you are going to make more money personally. So as a CEO, they have a vested interest in making sure that that stock goes up. And that is one tactic that they use. Take their own money, buy millions of shares of their own stock so that it can look like it's going up. So other people see that it's going up and they naturally want to join in because they want to get that profit because this stock is performing well. So that is what is happening with SoFi. The CEO spending millions of dollars buying shares of his own stock. This stock is going up. You know that student loans is a big deal. Like trillions of people, there's like trillions of dollars of debt when it comes to student loans. So this is one of them. One way to get in on this whole student loan tobacco. SoFi, the company SoFi. Number two, Google. So Google is kind of like the stock that is being slept on that nobody's thinking about. Google, they have increased by 52% year to date. So this is what you call a growth stock. So you're holding it for a long time, for the long term, and it is growing exponentially. So year to date, it has grown 52%, which is good. So they're also involved in this whole AI movement, artificial intelligence. So that would be number two, Google. Number three, NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA has something going on where it looks like the stock is actually going down right now. So, actually, if you look at it yourself, you'll see that it is dropping. It's dropping right now. And that is because what the owner is doing is they are selling off some of their shares of stock. But if you look at it on the long term, year to date, NVIDIA has gone up by 210%. 210% year to date. So NVIDIA is important because they make the chips, and we need these chips for our cars. No chips, no cars. We also need these chips for our computers. No chips, no computers. So it's a necessity, right? They make the chips for automotives, different electronic devices. So NVIDIA, a very important company. It's a growth stock, something that you hold for the long term, right? So those are some of the three of the best stocks. Of course, there are others out here. So I named SoFi, I named Google, I named NVIDIA. Keep in mind, this is not financial advice, just for educational and informational purposes only. Again, if you are not in the stock market, click the link below and get into the stock market. So I will show you how to invest, how compound interest works, and the best way to invest. So as you know, the best way to invest is not buying individual stocks, right? It's okay to buy individual stocks, um, a few, but that is not a plan for, your future. You know what I mean? So you don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. So if you're not in the stock market, or especially if you have children and you have not taught your children how to invest, check out that link so that they can end up in a better position than you are in. So don't you want the best for your children? So it makes no sense that your children should be starting off at square one when they don't have to be starting off at square one. All right. So do me a favor before you leave, hit that like button. If you are not a subscriber, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you won't miss the episode. Also, share the video. Share the video if you know anyone who is interested in building wealth. Share the video if you know anyone who feels trapped right now. Maybe you feel trapped in a job. Maybe you are interested in changing your career. Maybe you're trying to figure out what business to start, or you are trying to figure out how to get out of the rat race, but in some form or fashion, you feel trapped. share the video, or if you know someone like that. What I do is I interview people, I interview millionaires, I interview multimillionaires, and I interview entrepreneurs. So they can come onto the show and get business ideas from them and kind of see what they are doing, what they did to free themselves from the feeling of feeling trapped. There is a lot more out here. There's a lot more life out here to live. So share the video. Again, before you leave, hit that like button. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your night. Bye for now.